What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we went with Greek food. Found one of the highest rated Greek places in the area. I've only done Greek food one time on the channel and it was fantastic, but I wanted to try another restaurant. This one came highly recommended due to basically my research, not from a singular person. But this place is known as Sparta Taverna. There is a location in Woodridge, New Jersey, as well as a location in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. This place has a 4.7 rating on Google, as well as a 4.5 on Yelp. A lot of people trust Yelp, so I wanted to start adding Yelp ratings in there as well. I got some of their most popular dishes, a couple of appetizers. I do have to say this, I always order food and never tell people who I am. I don't do anything like that. I usually just have a pickup order or a DoorDash delivery order, and it comes in a little bag. They don't know what's going on. I pick it up. I'm on my way. The bag was exceptional. What I mean by that was you could tell they took care to make sure nothing got messed up when I opened the bag. They had cardboard in between everything so that nothing fell or slipped or anything, so everything was in great shape. They even wrote a little note on the receipt. I don't want to put my info on here, but here, do this right here. Boom. It says, "See good in all things." So they wrote like a little, like a note of inspiration. Stuff like that is exceptional, so I always have to give a shout out for that. They even added some lollipops inside of the like a little bag with all the condiments and the you know, like cutlery, etc., etc. So that's a W. Lots of free pita in here as well. There's 2 orders of pita which I didn't order, which are in here for free, and there's not necessarily anything that I got that comes with pita, as well as sauces. So I got my chipotle sauce, which comes with my wrap, but none of that matters. I did want to just give a shout out for that, because anytime that someone goes above and beyond without being prompted, I always want to showcase that. So drop a thumbs up. I can't wait to try this food. I've actually never tried this before. It's a really popular Greek dish. This is Pastichio, which is like, look at this. This looks crazy. It should be interesting to try, as well as some other appetizers. But let's get into this, man. Let me take these covers off and let's go. I want to start with this. This is the Spartan Wrap, which is a gyro, but it's a chicken pita, which comes with fries in it, as well as all of the little trimmings. So there's red onion and tomato in here. The dressings are just on the side. So you got tzatziki, which I'm not the biggest fan of tzatziki because I don't like cucumber, but it also comes with a chipotle sauce, which I am a fan of. I don't know necessarily theirs, but I'm a fan of Chipotle. So the sauce, not the burrito joint. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Let's unwrap this bad boy. Oh, double wrap. I love the presentation as far as how they took the plating and everything so it didn't get screwed up. But I don't want to eat no paper as well. So I'm going to do this so it don't fall out. But that is the inside. You get a ton of chicken, you get a ton of fries, and then I'm going to try this little Chipotle sauce on here like this. I like getting it on the side anyway, because then you can make sure you got enough in each bite. But let's try this. I almost bit the paper. I took such a big bite. I want to try a bite that doesn't have that much sauce on it, just to see something. It's chicken breast. There's big chunks of it. Get a little of that tomato, get the red onion, and of course, the fries, which there's a pretty healthy portion of these on here. These fries actually look good. It's a good fry. Pita's fresh too. It's not chewy. I've had some pita that's like really not what you want. And I'll just put it that way. A little bit more of this chipotle sauce right here. You get a ton of food in here, which is really good, and a ton of chicken. Let me try one more piece of this chicken real quick. Let me just give you what it looks like on the inside. It's one of those things that I feel like the star of the show is this Chipotle sauce. Now, I know people love tzatziki, so that's usually the biggest part of a wrap, which I completely get. But as far as the ingredients go, everything's fresh, everything's cooked well, and everything's good. This is a good wrap. And I think you do get a pretty decent amount of food in here as well. And for what I paid, $9 for this, I have zero problems with it. I don't have a good indication of what's great Greek food, what's worse, like not great, because I've had some, but I haven't had a crazy amount of it. But if this is any indicator, I have no issues with it at all. I would give that an 8 out of 10. So this is their appetizer platter. It's called Greek Bites, and it comes with 4 different things. There's cheese bites, eggplant rolls, feta sticks, and spring rolls in here. I've never had an eggplant roll. I don't even know what like that would entail, but I'm guessing you would dip it in these sauces as well, which is why it came with that. I'm gonna try this one first. I don't know what's what because it's not labeled, but let's try this out. This looks like this might be a feta stick. What is this? That's a nice little, I like that. That's pretty cool. Now, I don't know if this is traditional, but it's a feta stick. Think of a muzzi stick or a mozzarella stick and replace the muzzi with cheese. Feta cheese, in this fact. It's spiced. There's like some red pepper in here as well. When you look in here, the skin is pretty crispy. It's a nice little take. The inside, instead of what you get with like a normal muzzi stick, it has a creamy texture, which is pretty enjoyable because the outside is nice and crispy. I don't have a problem with that either. Not pretty good. 8.5 out of 10. I'm just going to grab it. I don't know what's what. So let's see which one this is. Not 100% sure. Just bite it. I'm thinking this is the spring roll. But I'm not 100% sure because I can't really tell the inside. Okay, this one's different. So let's see which one this is. Ooh. This is an eggplant roll. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not the biggest fan of eggplant, but it's hard to tell. Eggplant doesn't really have a taste on its own. It's usually a texture thing. But because this is inside of here, the texture is a lot creamier. It doesn't have that same bite that I don't like when I get eggplant. But this, these are good. Seems to be like a mint taste in here as well. This is different. And I like the spin that they put on it. It almost seems like fusion cuisine, which I'm all for. Let me get a cheese bite. I don't know what kind of cheese is in here, but let's see. I think that's mutz. It's like a cheese ball. Like the ones that you should get down the shore. Dub. The star of the show. Definitely these though. It just has the most flavor out of all of them. There's like a spinach, mint kind of vibe I get from this one. But I really like this. And the thing I like the most, it doesn't taste like anything I've ever had before, which always bodes well. I'll get these. I'll get a whole bunch of these right here. From what I just had, I would give it 9. These, I would give an 8.4 to. I would give these an 8.7. And then these, I would give a 7.8. But all very good, cooked well, and the ingredients seem fresh. That's nice. Okay, now this, I hope I don't butcher this. I Googled the pronunciation, but dolmadakia. It's a grape leaf stuffed with rice, and it has a lemon on here as well, so I'm guessing you squeeze that on the top. So let's just go in with this lemon. Oh, damn, fucking juicy ass lemon. All right, okay. Lemon out here just juicy. That's crazy. All right. Let's give this a shot. That's pretty good. It's different. Everything seems to have that same, a lot of fresh herbs going on in here. Parsley, obviously it's very lemony, but it's like refreshing, weird. I mean weird in a good way, but different. I've seen these all the time. I think I've had them once or twice. And these are like the best ones I've had. Everything, if I had to describe, just tastes fresh. And it's got a good amount of flavor. The flavor comes more, not necessarily seasoning, but more from herbs. And those are good. Seriously, you see I've eaten like 4 already. The grape leaf itself has the same texture. I don't think I'm crazy when I say this, but like greens. Like collard greens. There's a little bit of bite to them. And you can tell they've been not necessarily wilted down or anything, but cleaned up and trimmed up. And the flavor on that's definitely on point. This food is actually really, really good. Surprising me in the sense of it tastes different. I've had other Greek places where it kind of tastes like fusion, where I feel like I could be in Greece eating that or something like that. That's very good. I would give that an 8.8 out of 10. And my entree, which is in front of you, came with a soup, so I'm gonna try this real quick. Yeah, I used a soup with the pita. It's like bread, right? I don't know what kind of soup this is. Ooh, like chicken noodle? Chicken noodle. Where are these good-ass soups coming from? This is good. It's like a cream of chicken almost. But the chicken in here is the same chicken that I got in there. So it's very fresh. Wow. It's been a while since I just had some soup. So I had soup the last like few days. I did a diner on Saturday. And both of these has been hitting. Let me get in here real quick. I don't think you're supposed to dip pita in soup, but I don't care. Bet. Oh, good soup, man. For real. Everything again just tastes very fresh. Oh, good as hell. I thought I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm talking my mouth. Give me a second, bro. Jeez. I never thought of like I'd be raving about a soup. That's a damn good soup. Like, I would eat a whole bowl of that without even batting an eye. Seriously, like a 9.3 soup. Soup! This is really a big reason why I came here. I really wanted to try this. It was something that people always suggested that I try, but I never really had an opportunity to do it. So, this is Pastichio. And what it is baked macaroni with ground beef and pork with a bechamel sauce. Some people say it's like Greek lasagna. Y'all know how I feel about lasagna. Okay, I like lasagna. I just said lasagna is overrated. So maybe this is different. It looks really good. Do I got a fork? I want to get in here. Okay, how the hell do I do this? Here we go. Ooh. Okay, wait. Alright. Let me turn this around for you real quick. Hopefully I don't drop this, because I drop everything. But y'all see that? There's the drop. It really does eat like a lasagna. It looks like there's penne noodles in here. Which, they're not soggy or anything, even though it's baked. And then this big kind of like bechamel thing on the top. Which gives it a little bit of a creamy texture. The beef is different. I'm going to give you the similarities and differences with lasagna. The beef is different because it's spiced a little differently. The flavor of the pork really, really shines through on this. A lot of lasagnas I've had have ground beef. Some do have pork in it, but not many. And it gives it a different flavor. And you add that like creamy texture to this. This is good, man. I like that. It really does have a lot of similarities to lasagna. It's just spiced differently. But I can definitely see why people call it that. There that is. Look at that. Now I dropped the whole top part. That's good, man. I would 100% eat that again. Again, because it does eat like lasagna. It's not overrated because it's not. I'm not comparing it to anything, but it reminds me of lasagna, like a pretty good lasagna with a Greek twist on it. And hold on, is there like a little, like a burnt end right here? Is that like the end that people like? You know, you gotta try every part of it. Let's see. I like this, and it's filling. It really does have that same kind of vibe. You just sub the ricotta for like a different kind of bechamel, which gives it a little bit more of a creamy texture. And then you add the spice difference on it, and it's like a nice little change up. It's very good. Seriously. I'd give that a 9 out of 10. Would eat again. Overall, it was nice to try a different kind of Greek place. This is a different menu, and I find this menu, as I said before, to have nice little spins with this kind of fusion dishes. Believe it or not, they even had a section that they were doing like Greek-inspired quesadillas and Philly cheesesteaks, but I wanted to go a little bit more traditional just to kind of get a feel, because again, my background with Greek food isn't crazy. I've only had it sporadically. The reason I've had it is because a lot of the diner owners in New Jersey are Greek, therefore have Greek menus. So I've had different things from there, but I haven't gone to a lot of Greek restaurants in the past. And then since I'm trying all kinds of different foods on this channel, I saw this and said, why not go for it? I really think that this is a different kind of good. And everything I got was at least very good to elite. Those are addictive. I never thought like grape leaves with rice would, like, you know, move you, but once you start eating it, you kind of can't stop. The gyro, I would have probably got it again with gyro meat in it. I didn't get the gyro meat, which is kind of an L on my part, but I wanted to try Pastichio, and that is like a $20 dish. So I had to be careful and get like not like half the menu, because for me this food set me back about $60. I was trying to overdo it. This way I could spin back to a restaurant. And these were really cool. Like a lot of enjoyable different kinds of spins on what I'm used to. So like a mussy stick, an egg roll, and even a cheese ball, but kind of like with a Greek twist. And the soup was excellent. Overall, this place comes highly rated, and I can see why. Again, I'm not an expert, but I just have my own taste buds. And I thought everything was exceptional. Not to mention that I can tell just by how this was packaged that the service there is also really good, which for me always matters. So I would recommend that you try it. If you don't have a big background in Greek food, go in. I'm sure if you ask them like what to recommend, they'd probably tell you. Just no one writes notes on receipts if they're not excited about it. So that's going to be the end of the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Announcement, kind of. This will be the last video you see on this camera. Because of you guys that, you know, have supported the channel over all these years, I bought this camera when I first kind of got into it. So like within like 5 or 6 months I bought this camera. I just got a new camera since I have a new computer. This camera doesn't shoot in full 4K. My new camera does. So if you are a person who's been watching these in 4K, it's probably going to get a lot better even with the resolution, because this was more upscaled to 4K, but not true 4K, which was what you will get. So I bought a new camera. I'm going to go try to set that up so that I can start filming with it tomorrow. So again, from the bottom of my heart, as time goes on, I always try to like improve the content, improve the presentation. You know, you can see that at least, again, I don't have a team, I don't have any of that. So everything I'm doing, I'm learning on my own. And that includes whether it's the lighting, the camera work, you know, the backgrounds, all that stuff. It's changed over the years, it's evolved. And that includes the cameras and the thumbnails, which some of you have noticed. Some of you have said they suck. Some of you have said they're great. But again, this is me learning how to edit thumbnails by myself. I haven't hired anybody yet. This is all me. So it'll get there. It's better than what it used to look like. So we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.